If you spent any time around entrepreneurship or network marketing, you probably heard phrases like no days off, outwork everyone, sleep when you're dead. If you're not winning, you're lazy. That mindset has affected a lot of business spaces. But here's the question we need to ask. Is hustle culture biblical? Because there's a big difference between hard work and an unhealthy striving. Welcome back, cowboys and cowgirls, to the Network Marketing Cowboy channel. I hope you enjoyed this talk that we're doing this week. So part one, God never endorsed striving. Psalms 127 verses 1 and 2. In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat, for he grants sleep to those he loves. So scripture warns against anxious striving. It also goes, God blesses obedience, not obsession. Working hard is biblical, but working anxiously to prove yourself is not. Burnout often reveals misplaced identity. So if we look at those things, we need to be thinking about, again, your why you're trying to accomplish this. Are you serving somebody when they're coming up, or are you just doing it for the love of money? Because we just talked about that. So when your peace disappears, something is out of order. So we don't get to burnout when we're in peace. You never feel like you're being overworked. So I hope, this first part you guys really understand, because we don't really want anybody to get burnt out doing whatever they love to do and what their why is. So part two, the difference between diligence and hustle. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 5. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. Remember, diligence equals steady, disciplined, consistent effort. That's why the C in the ranch method is consistent action. We're not telling you never taking time off. We're just looking for that consistent action. Hustle culture equals frantic, comparison-driven urgency, and we don't want that. And diligence is rooted in patience. Hustle is rooted in insecurity, because you always feel like you're missing out. And there's a time and place for a fear of missing out, but it shouldn't be coming from insecurity. Diligence builds quietly. Hustle tries to prove loudly. We don't want that. So here's how it applies to network marketing. Posting daily with peace is diligence. Posting 15 times out of fear is a hustle. Following up intentionally is diligence. Pressuring people because you need a rank is a hustle. So this goes back, what are you trying to do? Are you serving people, or are you not serving people? So that's what it really comes down to. So part three, why hustle culture damages network marketing. Elisha Yates, chapter 4, verses 6. Better one handful with tranquility than two handfuls with toil and chasing after the world. So hustle culture creates overpromising, emotional decision-making, short-term thinking, team burnout. When you're trying to hustle, you might be crossing that line of saying what you promise your product will do or how much they can make. And we really don't want that. Now, emotional decision-making, there's always going to be emotions in decision-making. But are you using the right emotions, or are you using an emotion to trick them into doing it? We're not trying to trick people into doing it. Short-term thinking over long-term thinking is never a good idea. And if you're burning out and you're forcing your team to burn out, it's never going to end well for everybody. Because then you're just giving yourself a bad name, you're giving network marketing a bad name. It's not there. So remember, it leads to unrealistic expectations. It makes income an identity, and we don't want income as an identity. And it produces turnover because you're burning everybody out instead of building a legacy. So growth built on pressure collapses under pressure. So we don't want that. We just want people doing the things the right way and for the right reasons when you're trying to build a business. So part 4, stewardship thinks long term. Luke chapter 16, verse 10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And I know we've said this verse before. Stewardship is about consistency over years, not intensity over weeks. You need to be committed to doing what you're going to be doing for years over years over years. Not like, I'm going to try this for a month and thinking you're going to be successful at it, because it's not going to happen. Kingdom builders really understand this lesson. The people that have built a legacy have not done it in a very short period of time. They've taken years to build their kingdom, their legacy. Some seasons you're just planting. Some are just watering. And then some is where you're harvesting. So that's the key to what you need to do. Remember, stewardship builds roots. Hustle chases fruit. And if you're just chasing fruit and you never reaping and not going back and planting and maintaining this, you eventually will run out of fruit. So here's some practical kingdom builders that you can do. Your daily non-negotiables. Your DMO, daily mode of operation. What's your weekly structure? You have built-in rest, that's intentionally rest time. You have built-in protected family time. So you need to make sure you're focusing on that stuff. And making sure you're leading with your why and as a serving person and being in stewardship and not any other way. So part 5. Jesus was really never in a hurry when you read about him. Mark chapter 6, verse 31. Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. Now, if you've read anything about Jesus, he withdrew regularly to go and pray and rest. He was always resting. Not always resting, but he withdrew on purpose to go rest. He did not rush his miracles. He moved intentionally. He didn't respond to every demand. Sometimes you just have to step back and let things go. If the Son of God rested, you're not more important than he was. So I hope you guys remember that. So closing up this time, we want to make sure you build without burning out. God never called you to hustle for your identity. He called you to steward what he placed in your hands. Network marketing done the right way is steady. It's patient. It's disciplined. It honors family. It honors rest. It honors God. Burnout is not a badge of honor. Peace is, though. So comment below, have you experienced hustle culture in business? And then, if you have, what did it cost you? Please let me know. In the next episode, we're going to talk about leadership versus rank chasing and why position obsession destroys team. And remember, cowboys and cowgirls, this is not a sprint. It's stewardship. Build like you plan to be there for decades. God bless you all. See you next week.